Welcome to another episode of our Slander Arrow After Show, where this week we are going to discuss AWOL. Alright, I got some issues. I know you got some issues. I know you got issues. Yeah. And you've wanted to jump from behind the camera because of your issues. Yeah. Go.
Alright, first of all, I think we should just go ahead and get the good out of the way. Love the scenes between Diggle and his brother. Excellent.
Super Diggle brothers. I was digging it too. Yeah. Andy actually did
finally gave that some headway because literally like for the past 8 episodes he was just like this homeless guy in a cell downstairs in their basement.
And for the longest he was just 5'9" and after this episode he had a soul of a 6'4", so I can respect it.
And now he gets to live with people.
Real people.
And he got to change clothes.
Did they really? He was in that cave.
I could have sworn he had a shower.
He was in that cave for 3 months and 2 days and 16 hours. Smelled like the funk of last month. Alright, the good. Next.
You know what? Okay, one of the goods that I like, one, that the flashbacks were Diggle focused this week, and 2, that there weren't that many flashbacks.
True.
And no shitty wigs.
That's true.
No shitty wigs.
Exactly.
I know some people didn't like it, but I did kind of like that Diggle's flashback will eventually tie into Oliver's. I think that was a little bit of a twist, but I didn't see it coming.
I mean, and I guess a good is, Felicity got her groove back moment and went through her little Rocky montage where she had to finally pimp.
That was actually pretty good.
I got come back.
She did a better drug bender than Laurel.
Exactly.
That's true.
I got some goods. Let's start off with something that, many people probably didn't catch on until we were pointing it out. I like, with the cast of people that go out on these missions growing big, we have a couple of stragglers or whatever. They decided that this is going to be nothing but a Oliver and Diggle thing. So they would send, as we like to quote, the fuck around gang off to do minor things and not be in the way of the grown folks.
For those who don't know who the fuck around gang is, it's Laurel and Steve.
Well, one of the good parts about this episode that I liked was interesting was like, what's her name,
Emily Beck.
Yeah, when she played the dual roles in that one scene, like she actually played that shit to kind of perfection. Yeah. So, much respect to it.
Yeah. But what I thought was funny is the second time they did that dual scene and old Felicity sat in the wheelchair and moved the wheelchair. I was wondering how is there a ghost now? Like if I was old Felicity and my ghost moved the wheelchair, I'd be like, bitch, I gotta use that later.
I get that, this show is connected with other shows, but you don't have to tell us that every fucking time you're on the screen. Like, I did not like the callbacks to we live in a world where I've seen people that can move real fast and that can shrink, and some of them can even fly.
Hey, you would think after 4 seasons we understand we see you.
We know we're gonna watch Legends of Tomorrow.
One of the bads or the laurels that I had to contend with this
is that what we're calling that?
The laurels, or the Cassidys, however you want to pimp this. But the part that kills me is I wasn't feeling the whole Yaya sisterhood, Jennifer Aniston story. I get it's a CW and they gotta milk this, but the whole, I can't do this anymore. We know you're gonna end up doing it at the end, so can we cut some of that out? What it should have had was like that old dude from Rocky 1 smacking her in the wheelchair.
You talking about when Felicity was talking about she couldn't.
Yeah.
And she's been through that before, so I'm like, why are we retreading?
Why are we milking this? Yeah, get the old dude from Rocky, smack her up, have her punch the cow in the refrigerator, get your ass back in the game.
Yeah, that's what I like that it didn't drag on past 1 episode. It only took 1 episode for her to get over her issues, and she did it on her own pretty much.
Did y'all catch the face of Oliver when she was speaking to the ghost?
Wait a minute. Okay, that was another bad too. Stephen Amell's faces were ridiculous. Like when she first said, we have to leave the team, he did this.
What?
Don't crunch your face up like that, bro. He legit, I almost want to say that wasn't acting. He legit looked back like it was a ghost back there for real.
It's like the writers. It's like the writers didn't tell him what was going on. and he was like, "Yo, I think."
But
She fucking online. Y'all not gonna say nothing.
It was such a. It's so dumb that it works.
He didn't even question it.
You
He
know,
just
I-
got up and walked away.
Yeah, I let that go. Can we also point out the fact that, you know, I realize this is a show, but Felicity, AV doesn't work like that. You can't just move a couple of wires around. As someone that works in that field, like, I literally shook my head in terror.
Let's talk about the moonwalking bear in the room.
Yes, the moonwalking bear in the room, the thing that you didn't see coming. Amanda Waller, rest in peace.
No, you know what? I gotta stop you on that. I felt it coming when I noticed 3 minorities in the room. I was like, wait.
We
felt
had to make room.
Well, first of
I
all,
felt the chill.
I felt a little, excited that I saw 3 minorities in a room, and then I realized what.
And that's how they tricked you.
And
Did you guys not realize they were making room for Vixen? 2 black women can't exist on the CW
That's a good
at
point.
the same time.
here's one thing I want to point out. I do not prefer this Amanda Waller. I prefer the big fat greasy hamburger helper eating motherfucker Amanda Waller because this one is too fine. And it's kind of hard to hate a chick with a boner. So I'm like, oh, she's so evil, but I want to do things to her. But the big, Miss Buffett Tuffet, fat bitch from Justice League. Oh, I hate her all day.
How do you feel about
I
that?
hate her all the way down to her cankles.
I think that I guess that they're killing off Amanda Waller because we got the movie coming up,
But
Suicide Squad. So I don't know.
Amanda Waller, honestly, for one thing, because of the movies, they want to get rid of people that they feel like are going to confuse the audience. So all those Katana fans, all 3 of you, when she gets back to the show in the coming weeks, she's gonna die. I'm just letting you guys know that. Because
this is another bad, ugly, or Laurel that I want to point out. By the way, she was useless. If you saw that training scene,
Wait a minute. This is how much of a fuck Oliver gave about training Laurel. She decked out in gear and shit, no shoes on, like training, sweating and shit. He had on a sweater and
Khakis.
no, they weren't even khakis. They were fucking like corduroys.
and
And
he was literally wearing boat shoes. But this is the thing that gets me about this is that time travel, because all this stuff can be retconned. So that's one of my biggest issues with them introducing time travel.
But okay, see, I got to counter on that. Why would they waste a time travel story on bringing her back?
Alright, we've delved in and explored the good and the bad of AWOL. Please join us next week. Hey, if you agree with us, comment and like. And if you don't, you get the smack said.
Or you can just knock his hat off. I don't care.
The hat goes nowhere. He had that Listerine taste.
He just has some real sour.
why? What